Hello, fellow conference attendees, and welcome to my guest bedroom / home office in Norway. My name is Tangni Dahl-Jørgensen, and I'm a PhD candidate at the Norwegian University of Science and Technology at the Department of Computer Science. This video will give you a quick overview of my PhD work and the paper that I wrote together with my supervisor, Elena Parmiggiani. The paper is titled Platformization of the Public Sector, Assessing the Space of Possibility for Participation. For my PhD thesis, I plan to contribute to the understanding of how digital platforms are developed in public socio-technical systems. In public institutions, there are many considerations to be made, which might at times be conflicting or ill-defined. Issues such as policies, power distribution, and ownership need to be deciphered during the design process. The overarching theme for my thesis work will be to understand how citizen participation is enabled and socially constructed through particular rhetoric by those involved in the planning and designing of public platforms in Norway. In this paper, we investigate current practices and we show how global digitalization trends like platformization affect the possibility for citizens to participate in local public projects. The main concepts we introduce in the paper are citizen participation, platformization, the installed base, and decision linkages. The citizen participation we refer to here is a form of genuine participation or an ideal form that includes citizens in the digitalization and design process throughout. The projects that I will be looking at in my PhD work are aimed at broad citizen groups, so it's potentially everyone who is living in the municipality, while they also include a form of communication channel between the municipality workers and the citizens. In Norway, the goal of participation is embedded into law and political strategy documents, but they rarely include specifications of how to achieve this. Therefore, it is very much up to the local government to interpret. Platforms often enable co-creation of systems, but with the inclusion of explicit guidelines. A platform can be seen as a combination of core components that is most likely owned by a private actor, applications or add-on software, and the interfaces that connect them. The term platformization then refers to the emergence of the platform model over time. The downside, however, is that this often includes closing off gateways and locking in functionality using proprietary rights. Interestingly, platformization processes are now becoming numerous in the public sector as well. As a result, public organizations are becoming not only users but also designers and providers of digital platforms that offer a variety of services to the public. We use the term installed base to represent the complex and slow-moving technical and governmental infrastructure that has evolved and rooted over time in the municipality sector. Therefore, it resists overhauling, and innovation is more like a careful cultivation of what already exists. Changes to the existing infrastructure requires a lot of consideration, both technical and political. So the last concept that is central in this paper is decision linkages. The concept explains the way decisions are connected through the opening and closing of choices. Some choices are more important than others and prohibit other decisions from being made. This concept aligns well with the installed base metaphor, seeing as decisions that have been made decades earlier leading to the implementation of quite cumbersome systems are not easily overturned. So we have conducted a series of interviews and observations in conjunction with digitalization processes in the municipality in Norway using an ethnographic approach in keeping with Scandinavian participatory design traditions. In this introductory case, we were invited to research the creation of a digital catalog of recreational activities offered by both volunteer organizations and different units within a municipality. The case proved to be a good entry point into several aspects of the digitalization process, from acquisitions or applying for funding to the flow of internal communications and insights into how municipality officials viewed citizen participation. This project was initiated alongside several larger projects related to citizen services in the municipality. With data collection contained to 7 months, the project was quite small in scope. Therefore, further data collection is necessary to give a complete overview of how citizens are involved throughout a project's timeline. However, a great deal of insights were made by inviting officials to reflect on how to achieve useful citizen participation. So, broadly speaking, our findings were the following. 1. There is a general view among the municipality officials that citizen participation is useful and necessary for sustainable platformization. However, prioritizing participation activities require a lot more than just aspirations. It requires the freeing of resources that often go into existing tasks. 2. When participation is achieved, we found that it requires gradual integration throughout the entirety of the process, both in terms of the technical architecture and the political and social organization of the municipality. It is difficult for municipalities to retroactively fit citizen concerns into existing systems. When creating the space for participation activities, it needs to be carved out early on in order to be an integrated part of the municipality workers' duties. 3. The larger and more complex the systems, the greater difficulty there is in integrating and following the effects of participation. Complex and expensive digitalization processes trigger new concerns related to the demand for effectivization, the reusing of systems, and issues related to private-public collaboration. The findings in our study are not the most novel, as they echo much of the literature referenced. However, the municipality in question is in the early stages of several parallel platformization processes focused on improving citizen services. This early stage research will therefore serve as a pre-case we can build further insights on. Further work will be focused on the implementation of 2 large-scale platforms. One related to healthcare services at the municipality level, and another following new IT systems and citizen services in connection with child protective services. The potential citizen groups impacted will be broad and not confined to single demographics. Thank you to the organizers of this year's Participatory Design Conference for the opportunity to present our work. I am looking forward to connecting with the rest of the community digitally. Stay safe, everyone.